Hey. Villain Radio Live, reporting in. Tell a friend. Oh yeah, you know the fucking vibes. Gang. Fucking shit's bothering the fuck out of me. Sample guy checking in on Villain Radio Live. Before we get him in here, let's properly introduce everyone to Sample God, the one, the only, a god amongst men. You might remember him from this banger. One time. 216 stand up. We'll get you in 1 second, my brother. Let me hype you up.
Take him to church, Sample God.
Hey. Hey.
Ugly, charming bastard, motherfucker. I was
playing this record as frequently as possible.
Bitch, this ain't all but this was on some novice shit. Learn them lessons. Now I'm a specialist. On the specialist. Black kind of pessimist. Super villain excellence. Yeah. I'm the excrement. Yeah. I put the dick with the lid.
Hold on. Hey, you think this is the only thing Sample God has done? Please get familiar to this greatness. Free Nationals. Only native sound. I'm on.
Coming up with all these questions, not questions.
Yes, sir. And still,
associations. Oh, he just a friend of a friend. Now what am I supposed to believe? Do I trust the one I love? Disregard what I see. Now it's plain to see the man you handed me. He's made a change, and instead of telling me you would rather play this game, so I flipped the script. We mixed the hit. I'm on some shit. If you didn't want me,
shouts out to this blunt still lit.
When I'm rich, okay, I'm on now. I'm home now, I'm gone now, I'm living strong now. You played out your own now, okay, I'm on
one of my closest friends, one of my favorite colleagues, just in general, one of my favorite people in the world, none other than Sample God.
You're
Yo, how you
Philly,
feeling,
my
man?
brother.
Nah, shit, man. Building, chilling. Life is love. I can't complain. How are you, man?
I'm moving in the snow. So, yeah.
Word. Like transitioning from one domicile to another?
Yes.
Damn, Dunny, that's not lit. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm happy though. Like, I'm gonna be off for a week to actually move, so I'm just
Word.
taking over Carlos, like all the fragile shit, clothes, anything I can fit in the car, and then I'm gonna just take all the big shit next Thursday in one swoop and then be done. Everything else getting delivered to the house.
Word. That's some fire shit. Ooh. Hit an air horn for that one time. So how has the quarantine affected you, man?
Um, Business. I'm not in that fucking studio,
Yeah.
and I'm paying rent on a studio I'm not using.
Yeah, that's a financial hit. That's not tight.
But one of the better things is I've actually started working with a almost like another producer collective called Retroville.
Okay. Keep it up.
And just the talent of the producers in there that I can say I can just shoot them a file and say I need guitar on this, and my homies is just going to hit the guitar and do the guitar.
Well, that's next level, brother. That is next level. Mad air horn all day. You know it. We got to keep the vibes lit. Somebody said I was too lit for a villain radio, and I said, "Oh, you just not lit enough, my G." That's the problem.
But
But
other
that's
than that,
fine,
man,
man.
just trying to stay busy, cooking up beats in between packing and cleaning this apartment
I feel
and
that, man.
working. Like I'm still working. Like that's the crazy thing. Like I got corporate 9 to 5 still,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm
They ain't gonna stop. They just
and I'm
gonna transition.
and I'm busier than a motherfucker.
Yeah, that
This is
ain't.
like I'm only busy like 2-3 months of the year, and April is always one of them as
Word.
far as project shit because we all like release schedules. So shit happens every 2-3 months, and if I'm on a project, it just keeps going like. And I got like 5 projects right now.
Oh, never not working.
Right.
That is real, bro. All right. So residing in Cleveland and being a prominent DJ in the city. Let's talk politics. What is one thing that you do like about Cleveland politics, or just about politics in the music business in general?
Or
Because there is pros and cons
politics,
to
like
it.
politics as like government politics, or are we talking about music politics?
Musical politics. Being a DJ, what do you like about musical politics?
I don't like anything about it.
You tripping?
About having a politic for getting gigs, I don't think that should be the requisite for you actually having to work.
Okay,
It,
I
your, your
respect
your
that.
your track record, if you can act, why the person booked you, if it's for a club situation or a party situation, can you rock a party? If you're doing, if somebody booked you for, let's say, show shit, can you actually run a show?
Mm.
That's a super big thing. Like show DJs and party DJs is not the same. It's not the same skill set. It's
No.
like a perimeter player and a post player.
Big facts. Big facts. That's a major key. Just
But
off of spinning and just everything in general and just style and shit. One of them you gotta actually read the crowd, and the other you can just do whatever the fuck you want, not do whatever you want to do. You're a hired hand. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, I think of it this way: and if you party DJ and you thinking from record to record or 2 records ahead, when I'm actually show DJing, I'm multitasking more than anything.
Right.
Listening to how sound actually sounds while that person's performing. I'm either loading the next song to be played, and then I'm actually trying to figure out what the song is between artists that I'm going to try to play as far as like bridge music.
Okay. I feel that.
And
I didn't think about that
because
aspect.
you can't have dead sound at a show or dead time.
Absolutely. It
Like
cannot be good.
that's a big thing. At least what I figured on, and
Saying
I've
good
worked
effect.
hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've noticed too is if you are a party DJ, most of the time they don't prep at all.
Word.
Most of the time they're either, especially if it's like something that's supposed to be themed, it's not themed right, or people don't prep long enough. For every hour that I'm spending an hour and a half of prep almost.
Word. That's what's up. I didn't think about that aspect either.
Because you gotta think transitions. Do these songs actually make sense for what I got booked for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me think. What are old shit that people gonna fuck with? What's new shit that people gonna fuck with? And what's the shit nobody knows about that I'm trying to fuck with?
Mm-hmm. That's real. Big fact.
Well, it's good, Chuck. Man, it's been a while. Like
Shouts
I
out
ain't
to
had
the
no cut.
world one
The wave
time. Shouts out
pattern's
to
still
Thank the
there.
Down
It's
one
just
time.
curly.
Shouts out to the Jew Pro. Shabbat Shalom, my brother.
Shout out to Izzy's.
That's real. That's real. Big facts. Young Heights kid one time. Gang, gang.
Whole lot of heist niggas made that Jewish money.
Yeah, man. First off, Juice was the first one to put the bag in my hand, so I'm okay with him.
For sure.
So we talked about the DJing, but I don't know if people know that you started off as a producer. How did we get from Sample God or Marty McFly, the producer, to Sample God, the DJ?
For some reason, I was just on.
Very
I was
true.
seeing God this, God that on IG, and something said, "Let me see." Like I just sample a lot. Let me see if I can find a username that is not a lot of actual characters.
Yeah.
That I can brand across everything that no one has. And I put those 6 letters in IG, and I was like, okay, so I have something there. So now I have that branding part of it. DJing is what really kept me in music for real, bro. Because I wasn't making money. I wasn't making money off of music before DJing. So I just thought, what's the best way for me as a DJ or a producer to try to get genuine relationships with artists? And have a relationship where they can't be like, fuck me.
Word.
They need me at some point. So I just thought like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to figure out this DJ, because if I figure that out, I can make some money to help promote and still keep my production shit going, but then also meet the people that I'm going to end up working with and develop those relationships. Like the music shit is all about relationship.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about with the politics, man. It's really about how you look at it. So like shit, I've grown to like bumping and rubbing shoulders and just dropping the wholehearted compliment on someone and how much that will change. And I noticed that like shit, man, just like, you know, the show politics of back in the day of like well, just I don't know if it's probably still going on now where like it's a bunch of rappers watching rappers rap. You know what I'm saying? And
it's not only just rappers watching rappers rap, but but the promoters were rappers too.
Oh yeah, rappers.
That's what I'm learning.
Rappers helping rappers watch rappers rap.
It's like rapper inception. Like, I'm learning a lot of all of your promoters in the city were either failed rappers or they took their shot at producing or doing some other shit with music, and this is what they got into.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, that's craziness, man. But that makes sense because, like, how else, like how you said, you wanted to stay within the culture, and this was that other lane that they chose. But that's just Cleveland's just a tough city in general to get people to like anything, let alone music, but just whatever. You know what I mean? So like it's a different vibe. It's definitely an adversity to face. But you, like how you said, man, you created that need. You filled this gap, like this void. You know what I'm saying, with being a DJ. Which one do you prefer more, being a DJ or producer?
It goes back and forth because I'm productive. When I'm usually productive at one, I'm shitty at the other. I'm never good at both at the same time for some reason. Like, where I'm excited about the music I'm making and the work that I'm doing DJing. I've never been good, like great at both at the same time.
Okay.
Because they both, like, one is right brain, one is like left brain type shit. Like, I'm coming up with something that I never heard before, or I'm trying to figure out how to mix records that you never heard mixed together.
Okay. I see what you're saying. There. That's real. What has DJing shown you about people? You spoke about reading the room earlier. You know what I mean? About just playing music. But a DJ sees a lot of shit before it gets played out.
Well, most DJs are tone deaf about reading rooms. I've been at gigs and I've either had to save a gig for someone or I've had to I've either had to save a gig for someone or I've just watched people bomb. And I don't like seeing people bomb. Like, big nights, people have bombed. Coventry, like, bombed. Like, people walked out that bitch.
Well, man, that sucks. It's part of the game. That's what happens, though. But like how you said, man, it's up to you being the team player coming in and like saving the day. Overall, keeping that vibe is what's most important, you know?
For sure. I can even say in situations where I have stepped in, I haven't. If I'm at an event and, because usually I always go by the stay ready, you don't got to get ready type. So I usually have equipment in the car, just like niggas have hoop shorts and basketballs and shoes back in the day. I have shit in the trunk just in case.
Yes, sir. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's real, man.
But as far as like reading people too, I pay attention to the females. If they aren't having fun, no one's having fun. Nobody's buying drinks. Niggas is getting the fuck out of Dodge. Females are exiting. Like, if they're not having fun, no one's having fun.
Big facts. Very accurate, man. And it's shit, man. Ladies make the world go round. You know what I mean? And a lot of industries are dictated by them. So like, if you don't keep the eye open and aware of the situation that's happening, man, it's gonna overall, like how you said, tank the event. People start to leave. People start to bounce and do other shit, man. People don't really think about how much influence pussy has.
I just realized, like, maybe like 2-3 months ago, why I shopped at Next.
Why is it that you shopped at Next?
It was women. They had a different kind of chick in that store. And usually those were the ones that approached you. It was all a game, bro. Like, it's really a game.
Yeah. But I agree. A lot of stuff, like I said, a lot of stuff gets dictated just off of that. I don't know, man. Like that one never really sold me on stuff. But I will say when I go to the dispensary now, and it's a
Lucky
bunch.
you.
Yeah. No, man, it's all good. Like that shit is cool or whatever, but the flavors of women that are there and like the just I don't know, man, it just makes it that much better of a vibe. Like I noticed that like when it's like the staff is just full of ladies in there than versus when like you get there really early and it's like three dudes, like the man, like you know what I'm saying? It's just not it just doesn't feel, it doesn't look right. But like I don't know, I've been upsold on some shit.
All the dispensaries I've been to only had women working in them.
I feel you.
I've gone to TLC and I've gone to 2 different cookie spots.
Yeah.
And they all had baddies in there.
I feel it, but I need that knowledge though. So like I've run into more times than not where like cool she a baddie, but like she knows jack shit about weed, and like they didn't do the proper education. And this is like a company infrastructure thing. I'm not gonna shit on her for it at all. They didn't do their job at training to make sure that this employee knew the product. But
You gotta do that.
Sam said he ain't never seen nothing but women. I feel you though. I feel it. Why do dudes sell cars though? What is that about?
Why do dudes sell cars?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like like primarily like car salesmen. A lot of the time, from what I've seen, most definitely are men.
I
But
think you feel more. It may be sexist, but I feel more trustworthy buying a car from a man than a woman.
you took it there. I was just saying more men. So it's just I just see just more dudes doing that. I'll be open to it. Look, I get better business done with women anytime, all day long.
If I can work with just women and they could work with each other, I would be good.
Oh, I would work with but yeah, like I said, just with people in general, it just takes a proper mixture or whatever like that. But yeah, no, man, if I can get a full staff of ladies, man, I would, man. Everything would be getting done.
Especially black women.
Oh yeah.
Because black women will get on your ass and they will get on whoever's ass to get whatever business you need to be done.
Yeah. Very highly underrated, and they're the top at a lot of industries and a lot of things. I want to say like education, and just like a lot of different stuff. Black women are just like really up there when it comes to business. Speaking of
I guess that's why I'm having the issues I'm having, because I'm educated too.
Word. I definitely do want to ask you what issues are you having, but I kind of don't. I kind of want to say that until we actually just talk about it. But fuck it, this is Villain Radio Live, and we ask the hard-hitting questions. What's going on, man?
Well, one, Corona.
Word, that's real.
That I don't think dating's ever going to be the same. Now, I've just been shooting shots in DMs, just
Word.
half court, like one step over half, like logo.
I'm shooting from the logo.
Logo Lillard.
Yo.
But it's finding someone that's on the same page as you. And wants the same things as you, and had a similar upbringing as you, and you agree on most like life shit. It's made like when I'm running into most females and we start to talking, it's the disagreement on life shit.
Word. I feel you.
Like big life shit, like
philosophies. Damn, it was philosophies and something else. But no, man, I agree on that one. Ideology. I'm sorry, that's the big one. Yeah. That's the biggest one that I will run into, and it will be something that like, well, shit, you just like the way the pattern of you think about it, like you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I can't keep doing that. I completely understand you there, but it's about the optimism and the compromising as well, man. Nothing is perfect, and like finding the perfect situation is just like just something you have
Impossible.
to. Well,
Finding the
yeah.
perfect situation is impossible. It's finding a person with enough shit that you can deal with, that you okay with dealing with.
Yeah, vice versa. But at the same time, like personally, I don't want anybody to feel like they're dealing with me. Like it's it's a fucking joy. It's a pleasure. You are blessed to be fucking with me. Like
It's
you
an
know what I'm
honor.
saying? It's an honor. Like you know what I mean? Like you should thank me for fucking with me. Like you know what I'm saying? But no,
Or
but
you should really tithe.
you feel me? But that's how I feel when just messing with people in general though. You know what I mean? Like I don't take my relationships lightly. I tread them. I try to, you know what I'm saying, just continually pay it forward. And I've noticed that shit has changed considerably just by doing that. Like, you know? But I
Uh,
just but it's all about the networking. Speaking of music and networking and business, what do you think is the best song out right now? Just in general, not in Cleveland. I will ask you that next, but in general.
I'm being honest, bro. I haven't been listening to music since Corona really started. Like the only thing I've listened to for real is the Uzi shit and Troy shit.
Hmm.
Both Uzi projects and Troy's new project. Like I force myself to listen to new music in the car. Like if I'm in the car or I'm at home working, it's long form podcast, audio books, or I've just been watching a bunch of shit for the Slate Digital Academy, learning how to use the plugins I pay for monthly,
There you go.
like that type shit. Like I felt like I was being too, what's the word? Like I was being too influenced by what I was hearing.
Okay. I
So I
understand.
just took a step back. If I'm gonna create during this time, I'm not listening to no music.
I feel you. I would like you to know you used to knock me for that.
Uh,
Shit, you
but
got to
you
though.
never listen to any music. You ain't fuck with nobody.
Still don't.
Ain't fuck with nobody.
Okay. But no, like I feel so highly about myself and my friends that and I would come across so many talented other artists that I could think of shit. So many people that I knew that were better than whoever the fuck everybody else is listening to at any point in time. But now, you know, I try to look at it a more whole way or whatever, but I'm still very separatist and when I create and do shit, I have like a super like pattern and like I watch certain stuff and I read certain shit to like make sure that I'm in a mindset for a project. It almost gets to I can see why Heath Slater no Heath Ledger, I'm sorry, shouts out wrestling. Heath Ledger fucked himself up. Like you can get
Get
so
too far into that role
yeah, like you know
and
what I
that
mean? Like
character.
really dive into a character. That's why I know like I couldn't be a fucking actor. Most definitely not. I take it way too seriously. Something where I have to like really create this character. I'm gonna live it. And I do. So but I understand that, man. While you're talking creation, like what are you working on? You working on a project? I know you recently just got the whole studio set up in the house. So
Yeah, and I'm breaking all that shit down now. Like
word.
to move into my new spot. I'm really happy about my new spot. I've shrunken down as far as like actual square footage,
Mm-hmm.
but everything's gonna have a place in this apartment.
Word.
And I won't have any extra clutter. Like, I'm decluttering everything. Like, even bought new fucking socks. Like, I didn't know how much fucking socks cost. Like, to buy enough that you don't have to worry about them.
Shouts out to the price of socks.
Price of socks. Just like the price of tea in China.
Word. Is it high or low? I'm not sure what that phrase ever meant.
I never knew what it meant either. It just sounds dope.
Word.
But creating other shit. I'm in EP mode. Working on launching a new BeatStars. Getting stuff up there. I'm going to switch over from my original. I'm going to make that the front page of my new my website. I'll change that.
Do you still have SampleGuy.com?
Yep. Yes, sir. So that's SampleGuy.com. EP work. Working with Only Native Sounds. You had played one of their records before. I fuck with the homies. Like, it's easy. I feel like it's easier to work with groups of people. Songs get done quicker when you can split up verses.
I feel you.
And people don't argue about who's getting on songs with me. They argue with themselves, and then they come to me and then get on songs. What I've learned, at least with their group, is two of them are always going to be present, and they're going to get the first dibs on damn near everything that I'm trying to work with them on. So they'll get those first and second verses, and then they can just pass it along to their other group mates to fill in other parts of songs.
How many of them are there?
It's about five.
That's what's up. That's a real good look.
Five of them, four of them rap, and one of them DJs and makes beats and engineers.
Word. So I know you said you like the collaboration and just having more people in the studio. So what's your ideal studio session? Is it get more into that?
If I could like work with anybody?
Well, not just necessarily. I'm not saying like, yo, you've got an amazing studio session. Who can you get? Scott Storch and Jake. Like, nah. I'm saying like I like to work alone, completely the fuck alone, right? But you, on the other hand, you just spoke into where you like to have multiple people in and do different things like that.
What I've learned, at least in my years of producing, if I don't like an idea, I'm not gonna save that shit. And 4 or 5 tracks that people have picked that I wouldn't have saved have become placements. Word. So now I'd rather be in the room than send beats, because I can see what actually piques your interest.
That's fact. I did not think about it like that one.
And plus, if I'm making beats for somebody, I'm going to go through samples. Like, I'm not going to make a full beat for you to say I hate this shit. We gonna pick sounds that you like, that I'll be able to work from. Like, you like these type of kicks? Yeah. You like claps? Do you like snares? Like, what do you like? Do you like pinging hi-hats? Do you like mono hi? Like, I'll go through that with people in sessions and then cook up right there.
Word. I feel it. I really don't want to cook up in the studio with anybody. I'm just not.
I'll say it's forced me to work better on the spot.
I feel you.
And that's and to work out of my comfort zone, because everyone doesn't like what you like, and you don't like what everybody else likes. So I have to take part of, and this was a big thing, I have to take part of my ego away when trying to produce a record or record a record, and just think about the record and if this is the best music we can make.
I feel you. I feel you. That is a good way to look at it, man. A very like selfless way to look at it and making the best song, because overall, like that's what we're always trying to do in the studio, you know?
Because I can tell you, I've been prideful and I really like this full computer hard drive full of beats that no one's using.
Yeah, but like I feel you, but it's getting those beats to the people. It's the same thing as the songs and shit like that. Cause like I feel like a lot of the times where I'll get somebody a beat and they might not use it, but then I'll get it to a different person and now it's a placement. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just keep reworking it and not looking at it as
No is not no. It's not right now.
yeah, well, yeah, and especially when it comes to making beats too, and it's always like a fickle landscape. Artists have this like vision in their mind that they can never like really paint, and you know what I mean. So it's like unless this is a very articulate person and they can communicate to you for what they're exactly looking for, you know what I'm saying?
Artists
Then
can't.
like it's a disconnect.
Most artists can't. They'd be like, I just know it when I hear it. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Then I can,
But also I understand a gut feeling as well. We all know it when we hear it, right?
oh,
And it's
for
all
sure.
about that moment. So like me in the studio, like I like to have TV going. I like to smoke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to like joke and be stimulated multiple ways or whatever like that, so I can keep myself upbeat. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm always trying to put myself into like a just a fun, happier mood. So when I rap, I can come off like, you know, confident, like I am having fun and I'm in a fucking happy mood. You know what I mean? Even if I'm doing darker
You,
rap, I
you
still
got to
just
get
sound like
yourself to that place, that emotion
mhm.
that you're trying to show during that song.
Yeah, but that's why I don't do like sad records though. Like I don't be like, "Oh, I'm sad." Like I don't like to feel like that, and I don't like to see others feel like that. I think about that so consciously. Like,
But sometimes it's therapeutic, bro.
hey, I feel it. To each his own.
Some of the best cries I've ever had has been with music playing.
Big facts. Big facts. There you go. You ain't scared to talk about them emotions. You a real man.
We all feel that shit, man. And people who don't put that shit out, bro, it's gonna come out in other ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Your feelings and emotions. It's called bottled up for a reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're going to get contained and escape, like how you said. They're going to overflow and spill, and a lot of times you won't be able to control it. Um, but yeah, man, it's all goody. You still here? You still rocking? Um, so we talked about the producing. We talked about being a DJ. I'm not sure. Oh, I am sure. We got like 20 minutes left. So, the podcast. Let's touch on that real quick, and we can get into some music. Do you have your shit set up where you can play something?
Me?
Yeah.
I do not. I've literally broken down all this shit, bro.
It's all good. We're good. I still, like I said, I've planned a show, and the show must go on. We've already played music, we plugged it, shit's tagged up. But nonetheless, let's talk about the podcast. How did you start getting into that?
Initially, I got hit up by 2Gs and Fat Mac, who are basically the one chair and the lead of our podcast that we had, Friday Intellectuals. They initially had reached out about 2 years ago, and they were interested in doing a podcast, and they were wondering if I would be the producer of it. So I'm like, okay. So I started producing for the podcast. They may have did like 4 or 5 episodes, and I just kept feeling like I wanted to talk, or I had good points, just being off mic. So from there on, I became an actual chair on the podcast, where for that podcast, I'm shooting the video, editing the video, I'm doing the promo stuff, I'm running the the IG account, and I'm engineering and recording the podcast.
Never not working. There you go, man.
But then
That's a good look.
and I'm doing that for multiple podcasts. Well, I was doing that for multiple podcasts, and that was sort of what I was providing as services outside of or in the studio. That was like another gap that I saw, where I was conversing and listening to a lot of these Cleveland podcasts or people who wanted to start podcasts. So I invested, got the right equipment, and started doing it.
That's real. So is the whole building that you were in shut down?
No, the building is open. I'm just afraid to go in that bitch. One, because church services are still happening, and I'm right by the church. I know because I know because I hear it on my security camera. My security camera picks up sound.
That's what's up, man.
I know when church services is happening. So I'm just thinking
Kurt
about
Franklin?
the number of people who attend these church services in this building that are entering and exiting and using the buttons on the elevator that I use.
It's not
And
worth it because there's a church in the building.
And most of these congregation people are of the age that they shouldn't be outside. Like, this is dangerous to them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take any precaution, or no, I'm taking as many precautions as I can until they're saying we're going to open back up on May 1st. In Ohio, they'll start opening back up because motherfuckers sat down. Like, and people are mad at me because I'm like, I'm not going in that bitch until they say we can fucking move around the city, bro. I've been quarantined in this apartment until, like, I didn't even do a real walkthrough of my apartment. Like, I had the virtual apartment shop.
Word. That's wild.
No one, they're not doing showings for anything, anywhere, any apartments.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That is wild business. Welcome to the future.
Right? But in that, I found a medium that now we can continue to use if something like this does come up in the future, that we can still get content out if we're not in the same building or not in the same room.
I feel it. To be honest with you, this was something that we all should have been doing. I brought this up the day before, but like this streaming content, somebody was trying to put me on to doing this last year before all this shit hit, and I just started doing other things. But you know, I understand it, man. I understand what this is. Think about it like this, Brody. You build up your content to where you keep doing these more than enough. This is a talk show. This is it. Like, you know what I mean? I can take this and move on forward, or take it and go get your own Roku channel, like, you know, and just make your own content. There's plenty of channels and things that are looking for shit, like apps like Tubi. They're always buying content. Crackle is always buying content. Hulu is always buying content.
I've been thinking outside of the box, even with this corona shit. Like, one of the things I saw that I was like, okay, that's a need for a market right there. Mm-hmm. People are using Zoom to do court shit right now. So lawyers, judges, and defendants and plaintiffs are using Zoom for shit for court shit. Why doesn't anyone have a court app?
Probably shouldn't have said that, but I like that idea. You need to run with it.
But I've just been thinking in terms like that.
Mm-hmm.
You need to develop something that people are going to use that actually makes sense.
Yeah, things that people
like. There's no reason why hip hop shouldn't have a streaming platform that people like IG can't come in and say, "Fuck all that fuck shit y'all talking about, y'all done."
there is no reason for it. I do agree 1,000,000,000% on that one, man. But it's also about like if you build it, they will come. Like you know what I mean? And a lot of the times is that we'll get some shit. Like, have you noticed what's going on with TikTok and how they're like just stealing Black creators' content? Like just
Well, if you agree to the terms and services, are they stealing it?
I feel it, but once again, nobody's trying to help themselves on that. I agree 1,000% with you. But
And I personally don't have the app on my phone because I don't fuck with the ops.
I feel you, man. But you're educated into it, like you're well versed. You're going to read these terms of services. You're in that top 5% of people who do that. You know what I mean?
I've
I'm
only
not
gotten about 23 to 24 pages out of that 300 in before I figured out it was fuck shit.
always. It's always like this. Somebody's always trying to sell some your information now to some degree or whatever.
What I'm learning is if the app is free, you are the product.
Always. That's a banger. I agree there, and we don't take into account of how much power that we have and how much control that we have into promotion of things now. There's no more like real celebrity push into making some shit. Everything is like super plain folks propaganda, you know? Think about the last ad you seen. Like, yeah, when the fuck is like a Shaq really sold you a product? Who's Shaq selling shit to? Old people, bro. But like you go look at a McDonald's ad, it looks like the dude down the street. Like anything. All of
And
them
they
shit.
beatboxing.
Bruh, I'm telling you, yo, all right. I feel you there. I'm sorry for using McDonald's, but like anybody else, McDonald's just love niggas, man. McDonald's be like, where you at, G? I'm on the block with it. Da 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 da. I'm not, man. I'm not fucking with that at all. But yeah, but no, it's everything is super plain, folks. And think about Instagram and just shit like that. They're using IG models, regular fucking people, you know what I mean, to continually advertise, and they're looking for brand ambassadors and shit like that to sponsor and showcase
Team
shit.
Daily.
Yeah, you already know. Oh yeah, no, this is a regular t-shirt. But regardless, like people don't really realize like how like it wasn't like that 10 years ago. Hell, it wasn't like that 5 years ago. You know what I mean? So strike while the iron is hot and fill once again this void that has been going on, man.
Agreed. And even back to the streaming shit, I got hip to it because my homie Five does a lot of like he does like a lot of the video game streaming. So he put me on a Twitch a while ago. And that's how I kind of found a lot of the producer shit that I found. Like there are just producers who Twitch their screens while making beats. And you see the whole process. 3-4 hours. And I've learned more from that shit than a lot of things, bro.
The bigger thing is streaming across all platforms with it. Taking the brand further.
Because it goes from Twitch where people can actually give you money during your streams live.
All day.
Or donate live. Subscribe to you, and then you can put that content in multiple places. So you can put it up on YouTube. You can put it up Vimeo. Is it Vimeo? Or no, Vimeo. Yeah, I'm thinking of Venmo because I always get them switched up. Vimeo. You can put it anywhere that you can get streaming dollars for it.
Yeah, that's real.
And you can offer it almost like, especially if you structure it in class format, that's e-learning.
Oh yeah.
You can put that shit on Skillshare. Like you can put that shit in multiple places.
That's real.
And make some money.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah,
and that's what I've been doing. Like for beats, I've just been using OBS on my computer. I still need to get some overlays made with my branding and things, but
Due time. Look, that's the thing that I'm working on. I'm about to definitely go on hiatus from doing this, but I'm definitely coming back with some overlays and be able to stream across like everything all at once simultaneously. I think I've seen one DJ and he had like a timer or some shit, like he was doing a show. But like he didn't have like real graphics, like graphic, you know what I mean? But like, yeah,
Yeah,
man, it's
it
all
gets real crazy, man. Like
Mhm.
once again, the biggest tool that you put me on that I use still to this day is Fiverr.
Word.
All my logos, all my tags, all my cover, like everything has come from Fiverr, and I've not spent more than $25 for one thing on that bitch.
Fiverr, cut the fucking check.
Facts.
One time, bro.
Also,
No,
if you
man.
guys are looking for podcast editing services, I'm on Fiverr as well.
There you
Marty
go.
McFly 89. Search me
Plug it in. Is that link in your bio?
up. No, I think I need to get that up there.
Yeah, upload the
I
link for it.
just know I've been promoting on Fiverr through like their promotional channel for services. So
There you go. That is good business, man. So we've got like 10 minutes left. What else is next for Sample God? I know you're moving. I know you said you got
moving into the spotlight. Physical, man. I bought a treadmill.
word.
I'm just going to thug it out in that apartment, like, and really try to. I want to run a 5K. Like that's my goal.
Word. I support you 100%, brother.
By fall,
Know
I
that
need
in
to
me.
be run. By fall, I plan on entering like the breast cancer awareness joint from my aunts that passed away from breast cancer, and like I want to get in that joint. That's my goal date.
I love it, man. I say film the journey. I think that would make for
Oh yeah,
amazing.
couch to 5K. Get that app. It's amazing.
It's an app called Couch to 5K.
It's a book initially that they turned into an app.
Wow. Shouts out to him, man. That's a good look. That is most definitely next level, and that it's powerful that you were going to do that. But I'd still, like I'm saying, man, film that process. I think that would
Content.
be, yeah, I think that'd be some
Content.
amazing content. And I think that's going to be something that you look at retroactively and be like, fuck, bruh, this is a staple in my career. This is a staple in my life. I think about shit now for even for myself, like in that way. I don't do things so people can enjoy them. I do them so like I can really look back at these moments and these things that I've created and like can really sit in and relish in that, like, me and my friends, we built some stuff.
No, for sure, man. If you look at my DJ career, it's been all for me. It ain't
Yeah,
been for nobody else.
there you go. I feel that.
It's been for money. I'll tell you that.
Well, one time for the green.
Continue to work with artists, develop artists, because chances are you're not gonna get a big placement unless you sucking dick or you dick pulling.
I feel it.
Coming from where we come from, you can submit, like I've submitted beats every 6 months to iStandard, no placements. Like I submit for shit. Like I'm a part of some shit where you can actually submit some real shit to real artists. Like
I feel
I'm
you. A
focusing
lot of
just
that
on
shit, I've never seen a lot of stuff like procure from it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like Ty Lopez to me. Like I've never seen some shit that then popped off and like, oh wow, Ty
where the
Lopez.
fuck is Ty Lopez? Ran off on the plug twice.
Yo, bro, you said deuce you for
I'm a
real.
finesse you niggas with these generic ass courses
All
that
the
really
time.
don't teach you anything. and I'm gonna run off with this money because I've rented this place. I don't own this.
Big facts. And it's really funny you like quarantine and exposed a lot. A lot of people's true emotions and true intentions and
Oh,
everything.
for sure.
These creators, these rappers, and everybody say they in the studio, but all I see is mid. All I hear is mid. I'm
No,
tired
it's
of
not.
it.
It's not the mid that you hear. What you're seeing is people's true selves without the smoke and mirrors from record labels to push and do this funny shit behind records to make them go. If you don't have any fucking talent, this is not your time. If you have talent, you can get on this motherfucking platform right here and do whatever you need to do to make it work. If you have talent.
Big facts. I think we
This
should
is
go
like
out.
this is like the real sports shit. Like that's
what I'm
why I
saying.
fuck with sports as hard as I do, because it's the only meritocracy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
That's the
are
only one.
only as good as you are in your record.
Big facts. You got to show up and show out. What's that really mean? I agree, my brother. I think that is a perfect point to go out on. It's a wonderful message. Keep showing up and showing out, man. I'm proud of you. I've got so much love for you. I just love to see the person that you become. Just to watch you grow in your evolution, man. So keep growing and keep showing them what sample God has to bring. Continue to take them to church, my brother.
For sure.
That's real, man. All right, man, we're gonna get up out of here. And tomorrow on the show we got Siat Stuck in the Tree. I sent you her music, bro. You're slipping. Listen to
Sent music?
Conform. Oh my god, she's got the best song out right now. She literally has the best song out in the world, in
Oh,
my
you didn't
opinion.
ask best song in Cleveland. It's a Detroit record.
Oh yeah, man. Anywho, we out. I said we're gonna go out on top. And you choose to do this fuck shit. You ain't doing that. Villain Radio Live. We're gonna get up out of here. Sample God, much love. Yeah, all his socials and everything are plugged down there. We got Siat Stuck in the Tree on the show tomorrow. If you haven't checked out her music, go listen to Conform. And if you haven't listened to Sample God's music, please go to his page, follow him up. Yeah, that's about it. Peace, man. Be safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
Wash your ass too. Don't just sit in the house ass stinking.
Word. I feels it. Wash your
All
ass.
right, bro. Love you much.
Love you too, Brody. Peace. Oh, man.